GPT-3, one of the most powerful AI in the world, and 0% on coding tasks. Then one paper changed that. No new architecture, no new technique, just the right data. And that paper became GitHub Copilot. This is Codex, so let's break it down.
GPT-3 was great at language, but code, 0%. Two reasons. Code has to actually run, close enough doesn't work. And there was no benchmark to even measure AI coding ability. Both problems had to be solved. Language is forgiving, code is not. One wrong bracket, the whole program crashes. And the standard metric BLEU score measured the word overlap. Correct code and wrong code scored almost identically. Completely useless. GPT-3 already understands language really well. GitHub had 54 gigabytes of real code. What if you just fine-tune GPT-3 on that code? That's the entire idea. GPT-3 plus 54 GB of GitHub code equals Codex. Codex is actually smaller, 12B versus 175B parameters, but it goes from 0 to 28.8% on coding. That's what domain-specific training does. GB of raw GitHub code filtered down to 54 GB, over a million repositories, dozens of languages. One thing worth nothing, the evaluation was heavily Python-focused. They had to build the benchmark itself. 164 handcrafted Python problems, each with a docstring and unit test. The metric pass at K. Does the code actually pass the test? HumanEval is still the standard benchmark today. Solutions, correct code and wrong code. Nearly identical BLEU scores. BLEU has no idea whether the code actually works. This is why a new metric wasn't optional. It was the whole foundation. 0, GPT-J 11.4, Codex 28.8%, from 0 to 28.8, just by fine-tuning on the right data. No new architecture, no new training objective, just data. Models do better, expected. But look at the gap. Pass at 100 scales much faster than pass at 1. The bigger the model, the more you benefit from sampling multiple times. 1 try, 28.8. 10 tries, 46.8. 100 tries, 70.2%. Why does this work? Coding has automatic verification, unit tests. Generate many, run the tests, keep the one that passes. This is at the core of how AI coding tools work today. Is a different temperature. How random the outputs are. For pass at 1, low temperature wins. Generate your best guess. For pass at 100, high temperature wins. You want diverse solutions. You give it a docstring. It gives you working code. Here, describe a function that adds two numbers, and Codex output return A plus B. This is exactly how GitHub Copilot works. Sequential steps, performance drops fast. Tracking many variables across a function often fails, and it doesn't know when it's wrong. Always confident. These limitations became the roadmap for everything that came after. Left, one step is fine. 2 steps drops fast. 5 steps near zero. Right, even subtle bugs in surrounding code hurt performance significantly. Great at local patterns. Struggles with sustained reasoning. Has millions of lines of code with unknown vulnerabilities. Codex learned all of it. It can reproduce SQL injection, hard-coded passwords, insecure patterns, and developers might trust AI code too much and skip review. The paper warned about this directly. The paper was unusually candid. AI that can write code may displace programmers or enable more people to code. Copilot studies showed 55% faster task completion. Junior developers benefit most. That question about developer jobs, nobody's fully answered it yet. Published, API launched, GitHub Copilot goes generally available, 1 million paid subscribers in year 1. 40% of code in Copilot enabled repos written by AI. One paper, that timeline. Copilot, Cursor, Claude Code, ChatGPT Code Interpreter. Every AI coding tool today traces back to this paper. One question created an entire industry. No new architecture, no new training objective, just recognizing that GitHub was a dataset nobody had used for this yet. HumanEval might be as important as Codex itself. Good benchmarks shape entire research fields. And the lesson, domain-specific fine-tuning on the right data beats general-purpose models every time. GPT-3 scored 0 on coding. Wasn't built for it. 2. Codex is GPT-3 fine-tuned on 54 GB of GitHub code. 3. HumanEval was created by this paper, still the standard today. 4. Sample 100 times and you go from 28.8 to 70.2%. 5. Codex became GitHub Copilot and launched the AI coding area.
No new architecture, no clever trick, just the right data pointed at the right problem. It changed how every developer in the world writes code. And the paper link is in the description, and see you in the next one.